All right, internet friends, welcome back to the next chunk of the patch 6.2 buried memory MSQ. Looks like we are on to Groping in the Dock. Anyone have any dialogue? Nope. Your Sholomite. From Memoria to Golbez and his archfiends, we have more questions now than answers, but that is a sign that we are making progress. Estinian looks at you with his piercing gaze. He is just kind of being Estinian. That's true. That is true. Bay, we've come to the 13th before, yes? You fought Voidsent here. Yeah, it's a raid from ARR. It's true, it's true. But clearly you didn't know that they could regenerate, else you could have shared that detail beforehand. They seemed to stay dead at the time, yes, or I was in a bit of a rush and didn't have time to wait around and see. That is... that. Oh, that's good. That is 100% a jab from the developers at the players, because those Alliance raids, which is the music that's playing right now, actually, World of Darkness. Those Alliance raids are the level 50 versions where you have very little abilities and the scaling of the game is so incredibly far beyond that content compared to what it used to be back in the day. And a lot of people still cheese their eye level so that when they're doing their Alliance raid roulette, they get one of those because they're the simplest. They don't have a lot of mechanics. And usually they're like a in and out 15-minute adventure. So this is totally on brand for Yoshi P and the writers, taking a little kidney shot at the players for doing that, which I have to answer then. Have to. That's too good. For what I know of your foray, I hardly blame you. Perhaps they returned after you left, but if they didn't, there must be a reason why. Because the game is replayable, because it's a video game. There are circumstances in which we're unable to return. If you like, I can tell you about this. Please do. Welcome to Final Fantasy XIV cutscenes where you stand in a circle and talk about plot. The more you devour, the more powerful you grow, but in the process, your essence is blended with those of your prey. If you were to lose your flesh, the souls you had come to harbor may break free and coalesce into distinct Voidsent once more. So it's like Oogie Boogie from Halloween Town. Nightmare Before Christmas. He's full of bugs, but all the bugs collectively make up himself, but when you pop open Oogie Boogie, he just becomes a bunch of bugs again. And before you yourself return, your soul might be devoured by your enemies or your erstwhile prey, a fate more likely for stronger beings who require more time to regenerate. Okay, so the stronger you get, sword logic-wise, the longer it takes you to regenerate if you get defeated. However, even assuming you survive the process, it's highly uncommon to return as you were. So yet, despite his greater strength, Scarmiglione managed to resurrect rather swiftly. Are there others capable of the same? Not that I'm aware of, his attachment to his flesh must have been unique for him to develop such an ability. Being an archfiend, eating dragon ether, something like that. I believe we understand the fundamentals of rebirth now. If I may, I would ask about your power. Will you tell us about it? What you saw should speak for itself. I can bind the ether of the soul in crystal. Many wielded this power before the Contra Memoria, but I'm the only one left. Many of the royal family, those descendant of royal blood, of the queen. What gives you this power? I'm told that Heroes the 13th once sealed gods and stones called Orosite. Are they and Memoria one and the same? Orosite? I do not know this word, but the world is vast and perhaps Memoria had different names elsewhere. But it does sound quite similar. We used that way back in ARR and Heaven's Ward. Aura Sight. And Stormblood. How does one come to wield Memoria? And what happened to your peers? I've never thought about that. I do know, though, that Voidsent can't use the power. I assume I can, because I'm mortal in part. Right. But you still are Voidsent enough to be made as a bargain for a Reaper. The lighting right now looks so goofy. So just overhead weird. Granted, any plugin stuff I have right now isn't working, so texture updates and stuff wouldn't be applied. I see. Zero, I wish to ask you about the man called Golbez. Is it a man or just a suit of armor? He may well have my sister in his clutches. Is there aught you can tell us of him? The name sounds vaguely familiar, though. I can't say how I know it. If he is powerful, however, someone in the castle may have heard of him. But you must try talking to other Voidsent again. Oh my goodness. Welcome to Final Fantasy XIV, where you stand around in a circle and talk about plot, and then go talk to NPCs, and then come back to a circle and talk about plot. It has happened quite a bit. That is how the story progresses. Let us trust the Tasta Bay. His echo will help facilitate communication. More importantly, he should be able to maintain his composure better than a concerned sibling. Look how Varshan still has, like, open-topped heels on. I just noticed that. This boy's got interesting footwear for being a tank, and especially traveling to a whole nother dimension. That I cannot deny. Forgive me, but you will not ask about Golbez in my stead? On the terraces to begin with, perhaps. Okay. Thank you. We shall remain here and discuss what other avenues we might pursue in the meantime. Quite, indeed. Yes, quite. Making your arc build in Destiny right now, Teddy. Very good. According to your vision, Golbez recruited his champions and raised an army by offering a dragon's ether in exchange. Whatever his crusade, it is unconscionable to use a dragon's life force as fodder. He will answer for his deeds. I know what it feels like to have my essence blended with that of another. Yet tumultuous though it was only one worm's soul. To be bound to scores of other over thousands of years sounds horrible. Yeah, she has been here for a long time. Like 3,000 years, something like that? That's a question for Bob. He might know the exact timing. So with this echo of yours, you can see into the past. Interesting. Those memories may as well be all that remains of it, though. Everything and everyone was warped by darkness. However storied it may appear, this castle is simply the product of its mistress's mind. It's a throne world? We're playing Destiny 2. There was a lot of hubbub when the Destiny 2 crossover with Fortnite and Fall Guys Epic Store stuff came out. People were wondering about when's the Destiny 2 Final Fantasy XIV crossover. One of the shards could be the planet we play on in Destiny 2 or some stupid thing. I mean, it's not gonna happen. I doubt it. But Sony PlayStation does own Destiny 2 now. No idea. So Scar Maglione, too, appeared surprised by Zero's power. As she says, it must be a lost art. This makes her invaluable to our cause, far more than someone who can simply communicate. So we're going this way. That is a cool note that the floor is all messed up. And it stays such. Onward to the hydromantic terraces. So we're talking the exact same people? Or Voidsent, rather? So the clever one hadn't been eaten. If no one wants it, then perhaps... Weird. Golbez, of course I know him. Only a fool without ears wouldn't. His archfiends lead armies to ravage and conquer. They devour those they deem useless, those who can't fight. If you don't want to be eaten, then you'd better flee, though soon there will be nowhere to run. Seems the archfiends keep only those who are fit for battle. Others must escape or be consumed. Are you still just yelling into the void? If the one who devoured her dies, perhaps the mistress will return. Then I may bask in her gaze again. Yep, she's okay. Oh, Golb, as you say. My mistress spoke of him. He commands the archfiends. They are very powerful and have conquered many domains. The mistress bade us defend the castle from them. Yes, yes, she did. As the archfiends have been attacking other domains, their fearsome reputation precedes them. Yeah, how many domains or how many areas are still around on the 13th? We saw one other. Are they all like weird floating stuff, or are there other zones? Are we gonna get? I don't think we're ever gonna get another zone in a regular content patch in 14. That'd be crazy. It'd be like one new chunk each content drop. I'm not sure. The next patch isn't until December, so right? Yeah, end of December, or it might just be right after the holidays, early January maybe. Or it might be right before the holidays so everyone can play during the holiday breaks that, you know, certain people have. I don't know what those are anymore. Ugh, the tasty one returns to tempt me. I mustn't eat you. I mustn't eat you. Okay. Golbez. I know of him from those I've eaten. He has minions and those minions have minions. No one ever sees him. With his army of minions, Golbez would seldom have need to act personally. It will not be easy to reach him. Thank you for being so complicit in giving me information about... I guess they have nothing to lose. We did just walk through here and trounce dozens of them. What are we going to do? Try to fight us? Back down we go. Back down we go. Mouse on screen. Oh yeah. Yeah, Holosicos. And they buffed Holos now to have a shield. Very cool. Oh, you finished already? Or did we get carried away talking? There's no easy way to mark the passage of time in this world, nor do I imagine such things concern Voidsent. It would take considerable mental fortitude to still care about millennia in this endless night. Oh, to still care after millennia in this endless night. That's the weird thing. I mean, time is going to pass the same exact way when we go back. It's not going to be some weird timey-wimey thing. Is there an end to their questions? Sigh. I should have demanded more ether. Oh, you'll be fine. No one trouble you on your end either? Good. I dare say Scarmiglione's fate served as sufficient warning. Let's hope that those elsewhere have the same sense. Oh. Cutscene where we talk in a circle. Let's go! Welcome back, babe. Were you able to learn aught of value? Perhaps. Perhaps not. Camera pans up. Camera pans back down. Passage of time. So, countless Voidsent answer to the Archfiends, who in turn answer to Golbez, as your vision did suggest. Scarmiglione's aggression is also consistent with the claims that the Archfiends conquer other domains. What Zero said is other domains are essentially other tribes of Voidsent essentially out here in this world, so... The question is, how do we reach Golbez if he surrounds himself with armies of minions? We could target his other archfiends, or perhaps those who have... Oh, sorry. sorry. We could target his other archfiends, or perhaps those who have fled his service. Either may yield useful information. That said, we can't do much while we're stuck on this isle. True. Zero, I would ask a favor of you. I'm determined to save my sister Ajdiya. If there is even the faint possibility that Golbez has her, then I must find him. To that end, I want you to lend us your strength and knowledge. Will you accompany us on our quest? Forgotten the way of my world already. If you want help, offer payment. None here will aid you out of the kindness of their hearts. Any who claim otherwise are liars and betrayers. Okay. But are they cute? Or is this less a request and more of a threat? If I refuse, will you force me to serve? We're not Xenos? If you accompany us, we can offer you protection, or surely you must desire something. Ooh, yeah, what does she want out of all this? Does she even have any besides ether? I gotta hit her with option 2. What, does she want something? Does she want protection from getting eaten? I have no purpose. Why would I desire anything? Oh, come on. This cold-hearted Grinch that you are. You'll... She's going to eventually have pudding with Pudding Way. You know what's going to happen. I'll put my money on it. Pudding Way, pudding, going to happen. With Zero. There'll be fan art of it everywhere. Everywhere. That's why I didn't bother to resist when the ones here fell upon me. What matters in a world that's already dead? With that logic, you've got no reason to refuse our request. The payment need but be to your satisfaction, correct? Technicalities incoming. Did I not already say as much from the start? Very well, Zero. I propose you travel with us, and whenever you perform a deed that requires payment, we'll provide it in ether. Just give her some bread. Where's the Scion bread? What's it called again? That terrible, weird loaf of bread that's made with, like, vegetables and fish bone flour? That's all you had to say. Everything else was superfluous. Fair point. Where to now? Either a place that the archfiends may strike next, or where refugees and deserters may seek sanctuary. I know the latter. I'll take you there. So a sanctuary then. I assume you also know how we can get off this isle. True. I was brought here on a mount. We can leave the same way. Now that you mention it, I did notice some flying creatures near the terraces. Given our numbers, we'll need a large one, but regardless of size, all can be won over with ether. Excellent. Let us go and find our mount at once. To ride like a void sent bat creature. Oh, now who's watching us? One of the weird demon eye bombs. Snooping void sent. Not good. Lord Golbez must hear of this. Don't look at my weird horn penises. Sorry. Oh man. I see spoilers aplenty, so I'll drop a like and lurk. Well, yeah, if you're not watching, I mean, I'm doing it right now because I only have so much time between my other series stuff, but I appreciate it. Speaking of which, yeah, if you're here hanging out, just listen to me do dumb voices, then don't forget to hit the like button. I'm more or less doing this because I'm live and I'm recording these, but if you're watching these post-live, then yeah, the like button, that's a thing. We have Titania glow weapons now. Let's go. Do we have to go back and farm Titania though? Because we need the material from Titania, right? But no one ever wants to do past trials, even unsynced. So I guess good luck at ever getting them. Maybe we'll just pug them. But you need to pug them and then break down the weapons yourself instead of doing it our own. I would like one. Or 7. Zero will best know how to handle the creatures. Let us watch and learn. Were I here in my true form, I'd be able to carry you all, but even were it possible to so enlarge the gate, the risk would be too great. True, true, true. Not all Voidsent can fly. Stands to reason that some would be made to serve as mounts. We're just gonna stand here and like snap our fingers for a mount to appear. We should be able to find a mount here with the castle in disarray. The creatures will be hungry. Just a little ether should suffice. Are you ready? We fishing in the sky. Ether on our fingertips, like yeah.
There it is.
Oh. Oh, it's a very large one.
Good. It agrees to serve. Get on.
What are you, telepathic? That music for this. Interesting. Little precarious. So we fly into one of the other like weird terrace bubbles. Is that how we get to other realms? Maybe? Wow. A whole other zone? Those little marmot things are also Voidsent? That's a long drop. That's the guy from Shadowbringers, or at least same creature.
What is this place?
My domain.
Very descriptive, thank you.
In the beginning, it was a sanctuary for me alone. But over time, others began to gather here. Those who had nowhere else to go.
A settlement of pariahs?
What's that? Mortals! They're mortals! What entices me there? Let me have some, let me have some!
It's Thadrin? Thadrin and Ben.
Not fair.
Oh, she's... I see. A bit of sword logic going on.
You are under my protection here and will not be harmed. I give you my word.
Interesting how we would offer you protection, but you offer it to us. Although, you can probably dunk every single one of these things.
Follow me.
Okay. It is said that a person's domain is a reflection of what abides in their heart. If true, this place may offer a glimpse into Zero's past. Yeah, she's all edgy and cold now, but clearly if this is her domain, so it's off from the terraces then, the ramshackle square, Zero's domain. She's letting a whole bunch of void sent pariahs and stragglers come hang out. She's not so bad. Just quite a gathering of void sent. I pray one among them has the knowledge we seek. The longer one lives, the more one yearns for peace. I understand why some would sequester themselves here. This is my abode. The others won't come near, so you may be at ease. While they know their place, if tantalizing ether were to walk by, I can't guarantee they wouldn't pounce. So there's random mobs here. It is a void sense nature to consume their sole purpose. Even if the pursuit of ether may lead to their undoing, many succumb to instinct. Any who succumb here will have to answer to me. This is my domain's one and only rule, and it is absolute. Okay. All right, we move forward to the next quest. Nowhere to run. Having given you due warning, Zero would leave you to your own devices. Give me some of that materia 9. Ugh, let's go piety materia. Ugh. Consider yourselves duly warned. If you wish to go among the void sent here, this is your choice to make. All have fled from one master or another, but whether any of those masters is in turn served Golbez, I do not know. You must ask them yourselves. Most have traveled to your world, so it shouldn't be difficult to communicate. The weird other ones we just saw there were talking, so. But they've traveled there and back? Okay. We shall go about making inquiries at once. Thank you for your counsel. Once we've learned all we can, let us reconvene at yonder plaza. Did Varshad say with the yonder? This boy said yonder plaza. Ah. Zero wants to go with us. She wants to be our friend. You're going too, of course, in which case I shall accompany you. I only wish to observe. Do not expect me to help. Yeah, okay. Then it's settled. I'm ready when you are. Zero is now accompanying you. Ready? Lead the way. I'll leave it to you to decide with whom you speak. Zero is now accompanying you. Swing, swang. Zero's hideout. Not a whole lot going on here. Nope. Small talk. All of this is my domain. I don't make a habit of strolling about. It is a strange feeling. I call this my abode, but spent hardly any time here. I return only for meditation. While physical wounds can be healed by replenishing one's ether, you can't preserve your form if you lose sight of yourself. Such is a risk inherent in consuming another's soul. It dilutes your sense of self, alters you inside and out. To guard against this, I meditate, visualize who I am in a place all my own. Okay. This guy's just chilling. All right. Just hanging out. Can you go in any of these buildings? Signs point to no. Would Zero like some laser beams? Nope, I can't even target her. Even though I was targeting her, but I can't target her. Empty-eyed void scent. Well, she's got 8 of those, so to walk around with her like that, you're her minion then? Wow. You know I don't take minions. He has some questions, and I want you to answer them. Okay. So what do these other void scent eat? Do they just like slowly waste away and die? Like what do they? How do they sustain themselves? Golbez, I don't know that one. only, is it Scatharch? Scathach? Yeah, Scathach. I never played this game, so these names are new to me. When she led us beyond the veil, I grew scared and fled. So she's the other one, the demonette-looking succubus one. I've been here since. I don't know anyone else, nor do I wish to. That's all I can tell you. Scathach was a powerful voidzent who ruled over a vast domain. That was a long time ago, though, so I no doubt she has any connection to Golbez. Maybe, unless she's not that one. Might not be. Can I mount here? Aw, Zero doesn't mount up on anything. That would have been cool. Yeah, so this guy... These things are void sent then? Interesting that they're using this model as a void sent. Well, I guess it's got dead black eyes now. This thing was one of the weird... It's the weird mouse-eared thing from Shadowbringer cinematic. Whose likeness is that, you ask? The hero who will save the world. I'm waiting for the day he comes. Or was it a she? I can't remember the details. I don't know how long I've been waiting, or why even wait. Could you be the hero, perhaps? No, I don't think so. Something tells me I'll know when I meet him, or her. I'll just have to keep waiting. I mean, that's the scene from the Endwalker stuff, where we as a paladin... Well, from the, Meteor does that move in the, what's that, benchmark? The Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker benchmark. Ask about the plaza. This is the heart of my domain. Normally it's deserted, but you and yours have drawn everyone out. I don't recall this statue, though. How do you... However it came to be here, I certainly didn't wish for it. Okay. Big. This guy's just gonna float here. Rumble. Stay away from me. If you don't want to be eaten, stay away. Can you not control your... I mean, you are just a blob. Golbez, Golbez. I've heard that name before. I remember. Always speaking of a great crusade. I don't know what that is, but it sounds delicious. I'm not gonna do the slurping noise. I'll spare you all. A crusade, you say? From whom did you hear this? Farfarello. Is that how you pronounce that? I think. Farfarello? Something like that. It was a minion of another minion. Went on and on about the terrible things he saw. I see. Perhaps Farfarello can tell us more. Just a, you know, random Cthulhu boy. You're one of the mortals. Is it true? When you die over there, you really die? Fair. So it is. So it is. What brings you here then? I asked Golbez. He seeks strong minions to grow his army, so I hear, but recently he stopped doing that. Instead, he devours all. Perhaps he's gathered enough fodder and is now intent on bolstering his own strength, a sure sign that he is about to make a move. Yeah, this patch, though, or next patch? Or the end of this patch to lead into next patch? I don't know. Satisfied with what you've learned? Ah, well, step away before you become too tempting to resist. Is that it? This little area? Where's everyone else? Gotta get all the dialogue. All the story. It was in order to strike down the cloud of darkness that my sister crossed over into the void. But we did that? What befell her after she vanished into the gate? Did she become Golbez's captive? These things and more I hope to learn. Well, I guess she must have went over here a while ago to try to do the same thing that we did. I suppose that could be where the timeline is, because Farshawn's sister was out here thousands of years ago, and we did the Cloud of Darkness like a year ago. So, ugh, I'm so hungry I might die, but I can't. Not while someone's near. You're not devouring my ether, you hear me? You're not devouring my ether. Fair enough. I mean, I'm not. Calm down. Maybe. Is everyone else actually around? I wonder if... Oh. Hello? Jumping puzzle? Nope. No jumping puzzle ahead. Let's go up the main courtyard, I guess. Oh, yeah. Estinian's here. With 2 Void Scent in the pool. If a Void Scent is too weak to create its own domain, it must join with others for protection. Alternatively, it might devour them in a bid to become stronger, but in so doing risk losing its sense of self. It is an inevitable struggle. An unevadable struggle. Or whatever he said. Unenviable? Maybe it was unenviable. Yeah. Unenviable struggle. Going up the stairs? Going up the sideways stairs. Is Y'shtola all the way out here? We know we're going back there. Only found Varshan and Estinian. What's up, R4? How you dern? Remember, a side note as I run around here. If you are a channel member and have chosen to help support my content here on the YouTubes, there is a poll right now on the community tab. When we get back into But I'm Bad, which may, depending on how long the later episodes of this take, I don't think it'll take us more than 2 days. I plan to do character creation and stuff for Dark Souls 1 this Thursday. You can vote for what build on the community tab if you would like to. Gross. Yeah, I didn't see Y'shtola anywhere. Did I miss her? I feel like I went everywhere. Well, we can progress the quest in this giant swirling bubble. Shall we then? It seems the rumors of Golbez reach even my remote domain. Fair to assume he's gathering strength for his crusade, whatever that may be. Well, usually a crusade is to wipe everything out and put everything under your power, your kingdom, your influence, whatever. Or he's trying to leave the 13th and go conquer other realms. That could be it as well. But I must say, I wouldn't have guessed that Faralo once fought in Golbez's army. It's a miracle he survived serving an archfiend. I suppose I should explain. Faralo is the weakest among us, constantly in fear of being devoured. He seldom consorts with others. The only one he's comfortable with is Siriato. Okay. He's a fellow coward who runs the instant he senses a threat and won't stop until he's exhausted. When their hunger grows too intense, they feed on each other's ether. Such is their relationship. But then how do they ever have any? That doesn't make any sense. Whatever. Video game anime. But I ramble. You intend... See? You ramble? Crack away that cold heart of yours. You intend to seek out Farfalo. I presume. Sure. Then I'll come with you. He's less likely to hide that way. Oh, cutscene. Meanwhile, elsewhere... Oh, there's only 3 now. So we defeated 1.
Not only did the mortals conquer Troy, they defeated Scarmalione.
Yes.
I struggle to believe it. transform Scarmalione's soul into crystal. Crystal. This one speaks of Memoria. Now there's something I've not heard for an age. It'll bring a pang of nostalgia to my breast and a tear to my eye. Yet the very notion was an absurd. The gifted are gone, drowned in darkness, as were we all.
And yet Scarmalione still does not answer.
Well, because he's a crystal.
Were he alive, he would have returned by now. Weakest though he was, his ability to regenerate was without peer.
Okay.
If this account is true, if a Memoriat has survived, they cannot be suffered to live.
Leave this matter to me, Lord Golbez. I, Barbariccia, shall strike down any who pose a threat to our plans.
Barbariccia.
Tis true, you are a proven commander, well suited to leading an assault.
Is it going to be 2 of Archfiends this patch, 2 more next, and then Golbez in the final one, leading us into the next expansion? Maybe. I'm just going off the fact that there's one that's talking now. We've already defeated one, and there's still 3 more patches to go.
And when I have succeeded, I would beg a boon of you.
Oh?
What do you desire?
The dragon's ether. All that remains.
Hmm.
The insolence. Know your place.
With respect, my locks are free as the wind, without incentive to sway them. I know not whither they will blow.
Boldly spoken. I trust you will not disappoint me.
Upon this flowing hair and my immortal soul, I will not fail.
Yeah, but you're an antagonist in an anime video game. So, who's going to tell her?
Then go and impress upon these interlopers the futility of defiance.
The obvious bad guy, kind of.
My lord.
Barbariccia. That whole throne room is so Kingdom Hearts, it hurts. Farfellow. Farfarello. Caramello? Caramel dancing? Keeps to the fringes of my domain. This way. Okay, we're going this way. Into the other talking circle. The void sent here don't answer to a master. They can do as they please, but all must answer to the hunger and seek out prey when they need ether. And you just eat each other. Except Caramello and Cilantro, that is. They are content to take from one another. Barring an incident, they dare not venture out. When he takes flight, Cilantro will not seek shelter until he is utterly spent, and Caramello, on the other hand, prefers to hide in the same place. Come. I still don't know how that makes any sense. Like, because if you don't replenish your ether, how do you keep sharing it with the other? Oh, are they going to be ghosty boys? So Siriato is one of the multi-faced wraiths. Whatever will I do, whimper? Siriato, this is rather unexpected. Where is Farfarlio? Gulp? Farfarlio isn't here anymore. He's left. Yes, that's right. He's left, that's right. Okay. Left? That doesn't sound like him at all. English is silly. Well, he's gone, all right. What more do you want me to say? All right, well, see you later then. And off he flees, as he is wont to do. But something about this doesn't sit well with me. What do you make of Siriato's behavior? Seemed frightened. Perhaps something had threatened him. I don't think he was telling the truth. I mean, these are both two ways to say the same thing, roughly. Well, I said it earlier, R4. The two outcomes of any antagonist in Final Fantasy XIV is either to become like a Vegeta character, anti-hero-ish begrudgingly, or death. So you're not wrong. Either death or redemption into a harem. Yeah, I mean, kind of. That is kind of what is happening. I don't think he was telling the truth. You don't think? So you think so too. As he says, Farfarlio is gone. This is quite unusual. I wouldn't know. I don't live here. As is the fact that Siriato, yeah, has Siri, who was clearly frightened by something, chose not to flee but instead hide here, where Farfarlio usually... No. We must go after Siriato now. Is something here? Okay. Is he gonna get eaten? Just down the road. Just down the road. Yep, there he is. It is. They are. You just walk around the corner from me. Siriato, we need to talk. There's no time. The wind rises. We must flee. Oh, the wind rises. Barbaricca is coming after them. The wind rises? What is he talking about? After him. Pop sprint. It's on cooldown. Pop Penheimer. Into Heimer. Lasers. You went up and around? Yep. Acidian is still just hanging out. Same dialogue? Yep. Laser beams? What's got into you? What do you mean the wind rises? When the wind rises, she comes. Barbaricca! Barbariccia? Who in the world is that? We must flee, all of us. There's no time. The Shiva of this world, basically. They all have an element. Even though, what was the element of Scarmeleone? Scarmeleone. Gotta pronounce the E. Because clearly there's like a water, wind, fire. I guess he said earth? I suppose it was earth then. Creation. No one says anything, but he seems convinced. It's a dead end beyond. We'll corner him. Well, until they jump out of bounds and we can't follow. Because we're not an NPC. Yeah, Earth, right, Bob? Yeah. Voiced or not voiced? Not voiced. Or no, moving camera. Nope. We're doomed. There's nowhere to run. What are you running from? Alright, told you. Barbaricca, the Archfiend of Wind. Archfiend, you say? You actually didn't actually say that until right now. Which eyes am I supposed to look at? Which one? You'll be devoured or forced to serve, to fight in the crusade, but it makes no difference. In the end, all are eaten by her or her enemies. I don't want to fight anymore. That's why I fled and came here. I see. That explains everything. Almost. I thought it was Farfarlo who used to serve an archfiend, not you. Not you who always ran at the first sign of trouble. You who now speak as though you were Barbacoa's minion. There's only one explanation. Yeah. Triple dot? Or obviously you ate your friend? I don't know. Technicalities? Did you eat your friend? Indeed, that would account for his uncharacteristic behavior. So, is that the way of it? Did you devour Caramello? Not just a portion of his ether, but his entire being? How did you know? Oh, I don't know. Did you always have multiple faces? Also, you have 2 thumbs. It's kind of weird. It wasn't only your behavior that felt strange. You felt strange, as though there was more than you present. She's digging the one-eyed hat look, huh? It's her whole get-up. Now, I don't believe you've lost control. More likely, it was at Farfarlo's behest. Man, how would it be to, like, have your mouth open all the time? That's your existence. Like, if you couldn't close your mouth, it was always open like that. That would be weird. I can't hide anything from you. Oh, suddenly. Change of tone? I admit it. Farfarlo didn't leave. I ate him. Nom, 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 nom. Hey, Gert. If you and Bob were locked away and the only way to survive was to eat the other one, who would actually do it? Who would eat who in that relationship? In that friendship? In that end days ship? I'm pretty sure Gert would eat Bob reluctantly, because Bob wouldn't be able to rationalize. So he feared Barbariccia more than anything, hated the endless fighting. So he begged me to devour him, that he would never have to fight again. Rather than an eternity of fighting, he chose a moment of pain. Fair enough. For all the good it did, I can still hear his voice in my head. He's frightened, so very frightened. Fair enough. Is Barbacoa the trial boss? That would make sense. When you're eaten, your essence is blended with that of your devourer. And though you have no control, your consciousness is in part endures. That's awful. Were this world where the wheel of life and death still turned, the soul wouldn't linger so stubbornly. In time, it would return to the great flow. Livestream? There's no such end here, no escape. All know this. In making his choice, Farfarlo must have been desperate indeed. And now that desperation has joined with Seriato's fear, driving him to act erratically. Solo boss time? This place will become a battlefield. We don't want to be eaten, neither me or Farfarlo. But there's nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Then tell me about Barbariccia. I would know who it is we face. It's too late. She's as good as here, and no one can escape her winds. No one. Is she here, though? Cutscene? Cutscene within a cutscene? We must go deeper?
Barbariccia! She has come!
No, she's wind, actually. Okay.
And she's brought her domain with her.
So she's the trial boss.
The Archfiend's after you and yours, I shouldn't doubt. Perhaps you should go and find them. But be warned, whatever this is about, do not expect us to get involved.
I can't manage eating and being eaten. I only want to be left in peace.
You and me both.
Or she just be a solo duty part of the MSQ. Who knows? Maybe the dragon is the trial.
One of the Archfiend's approaches.
Mm-hmm.
They must have been tracking our movements.
She's here.
Oh. Oh no, she's hot. At least she's wearing underwear. It's a big sword you got there.
Excellent. You've saved me the trouble of traveling to Troya.
Yeah, so it's this world's essentially this world's Shiva, right?
So you're Barbariccia.
Fair.
Mind your manners, mortal. My name is not to be spoken, save in reverence and fear.
Meh.
And what is this pitiful domain?
That's rude.
Pitiful wretches all. I will put you out of your misery.
Oh, it's awfully mean of you. Oh, yay, good. Eat their, like, 17 power level. I'm sure that's satisfying.
Alas, poor Scarmiglione, and good riddance. Felled by outsiders in pursuit of what? Pray tell.
A dragon. One who crossed to this world thousands of years ago. Know you aught of it?
A dragon, you say? Huh. My Lord Golbez is more clever than I realized. To let the prize live, that it might lure more prey to us.
Kind of true.
Very well. In gratitude and service, I shall devour every last mote of their souls.
Where is she? Where is Ashdaya?
Huh. You even share its scent. How curious. And irresistible.
It's a cool model, though. I said Shiva. Yeah,
You think
Garuda.
us easy prey? You're wrong.
Yeah, just got confused. Yeah, it'd be Garuda. Air, not ice. That would be the water one. Would be flip flopped for Shiva.
Unlike Scarmiglione, I need not skulk in shadow to claim what is mine. If you would know about the dragon you seek, then enter into my domain.
How long until her, like, body clothes show up on the Mog Station?
You may flee and...
Oops, god dang it. I was itching my hand and I bumped my mouse. Oh well, she said, you may flee, but then ...
What's the plan then?
Do the trial tomorrow? We go after Barbacoa. What else? If we go, we'd be playing into her hands. I mean, yeah, kind of, but what else we gotta do?
Indeed. Yet she will have the upper hand in her domain. We must be no less than fully prepared.
Hit it with the nod.
We'll find her and get our answers. Will you be joining us, Zero?
Then you're in.
You may be easily goaded into accepting her challenge, but my curiosity is not so insatiable as to cloud my judgment. Nevertheless, if you are desperate for my aid, you know my price.
Would it be enough to not be annoying to have this look all the time? Maybe she's blind in her left eye. Because I can imagine if you were just wearing something that was always over your left eye all the time, it would get a little annoying, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? Like wearing something over your head, like a visor that only covered one eye. I mean, it's a look, that's for sure, but I'm just wondering. Maybe she has bad depth perception.
I shall pay it.
Dragon ether.
So long as you leave me strength enough to see my sister home, you may take as much as you wish.
That seems dangerous.
And lest you forget, mine is no ordinary ether. Barbariccia too recognized its potency.
Yeah, she needs that little bit of like accent on that pronunciation of barbacoa to make it really good.
Very well. We have a bargain.
I mean, yeah, it's only over her eye because of the angle, but she always, I mean, it's just part of her character's look. Her armor set's definitely going to show up on the Mog Station at some time, that's for sure. 100%. I have no intention of demanding anyone's ether until afterwards. Weakening you now would only reduce my chances of getting paid. Just you wait, Barbariccia. I will have answers from you yet. The little I learned in your absence did not pertain to the Archfiends. That discussion can wait until after we've tended to Barbariccia. Yeah, where did you go anyway? I couldn't find you. Y'shtola, you were like, poof, gone. The less time we give the enemy to prepare, the better. If everyone is ready, then let us set forth. I can't believe my brain got so clouded by not Garuda. Because obviously one is fire, so Ifrit. One is water, which technically is not Shiva. That's probably why I got confused, because there's no, I mean, Leviathan, I guess, but Leviathan is just like a big water snake in our world, so who knows what it could be now. Obviously, clearly they all talk, and they all came from a void scent that evolved via dragon ether. Clearly, Barbariccia is Garuda, and then the one we fought, Scarmiglione, was, I guess, Titan analog because of Earth. But not a lot of similarities to Titan, with like the weird flowy cloth weird penises. If you look at them, they look like weird space dicks floating around. I mean, this is clothes, I guess, but also still, who knows in this world? So yeah, the less time we give the enemy to prepare, the better. If everyone is ready, then let us set forth. Indeed, and yet my heart weighs heavy for those Barbariccia struck down. Were it not for us, she would not have come here. Should you require a moment, Zero? For what? Barbariccia took what she could. She was wise to strike quickly, as we would be. Agreed, this is no time for sentiment. Only the battle matters now. Yo, give me some of that piety materia. No, I'm not stupid. That would be insane. So Scarmiglione, sorry, Scarmiglione possesses the power of regeneration. Let us see what Barbacoa can do with her winds. Probably like push you on a platform that has no edges. knocks you off the cliff, something like that. All right, well, I think we're good here for now. I wonder if this is the trial or like a solo duty or something. Probably totally different, actually, because I think doesn't the trial stuff start at a different place? I have no idea. We'll find out later. Frick.